Hey everybody, Dutchsinse here. 6:01 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, May 1st, 2012. And we're looking at Earthquake 3D here, which is a USGS feed of the earthquakes over the last few days. And I have it turned down to the most recent earthquakes. You can see a 6.3 just occurred off the west coast of Mexico. Let's go ahead and get the stats. 27.3 miles deep, 6.3 magnitude, reviewed by a seismologist already. It may go up or down once they revise that. However, when you take a look at it, it is pretty sizable for the area. Now, over the past day, we've seen a series of 4.5s and borderline 5.0s occur in Wyoming and now off the west coast of North America. However, the 4.5 you're seeing here was originally recorded as a 4.9, and it's being reported as some kind of mine explosion. However, there was a 4.0 down in southwest Wyoming that the USGS took off the map that was in the middle of a fracking field. Now, the original depth reported on this was 10 kilometers by the Europeans. So I don't see how that could be a mine. I don't know what's going on there. But when you look at this, it is movement going on in North America, sizable for the region, for sure, up here near Yellowstone and off the west coast, and then again, down here in Mexico. Just be aware of the earthquake situation, folks. Look around the West Pacific. Let's just look over the last week. Alright, and we'll look at 5.0 and greater first. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the tremendous amount of movement on the West Pacific, going from Japan down to north of New Zealand at Vanuatu, and then west all the way to Indonesia and Sumatra. And then it has terminated over the last 2 weeks almost right here at India. We haven't seen very much movement here from India west to Turkey over a 5.0. So we have to watch this region here for a large earthquake. Also watch Japan, New Zealand, anywhere along the edge, the western edge of the Pacific Ring. Just look at the amount here and then look at the amount over here on the east side. Okay, eventually we're going to have some compensation movement for all the amount of earthquakes going on over here. And I believe that's what's occurring. Pressure on the North American craton starting to show, plus you've got your tectonic stress from the Pacific plate. You add those two together, you're going to start seeing earthquakes going all the way up and down this area right here, from Central America going down to South America, and from Baja going north to Vancouver Island. These areas are ripe and primed for large earthquakes. Also, along the edge of the North American craton, if you just take a look, you can see, if you connect these dots from the Pacific Northwest down here to the fracking fields in Oklahoma, and that connects right through Yellowstone, that also happens to be the rough edge of the North American craton, which is the unsubducted plate that's been sitting relatively undisturbed for many millions of years by scientist standards. Now, if you look over here over the last week, the 4.0 activity from basically South Russia and West China going through the Middle East and terminating here in the Mediterranean Sea, roughly, right at the border of Libya and Morocco. That area as well is overdue for a 6.0 earthquake. The last 6.0 we saw in this region was out in the Mediterranean, and that was several months ago almost now. So they're overdue in this region as well. Also Europe itself, going from the Canary Islands on a diagonal line north through Portugal and Spain, France, Germany, Belgium, going right up here into Poland, north of the Alps, through Switzerland most likely. Somewhere in this region we'll probably see some 4.0 and 5.0 activity to play catch up with the rest of this area. Okay? Hang in there, folks. It's been a busy day, busy week, and a busy month, so just be prepared, have a plan, just in case. Much love, folks.